the caves and cliffs, the warped and crimson forests, swamps, the tundra, the end cities I guess, and maybe the jungle. These are all biomes that have been updated so far. However, the desert, the badlands, the end, the new dimension in the deep dark that everyone keeps on talking about, the jungle, it could still use some work, the birch forests, the savanna, and the mushroom fields. There may be some biomes that I missed, but you get the point. We have loads of biomes that need or should be updated to bring more life to these biomes. More mobs, more blocks, more items, maybe even new structures. Now, at one point, Mojang did say they were going to update the birch forest. They also said all the biomes that lost in the biome votes would eventually be updated. I do remember Mojang being asked if they would add a new dimension in one of their older videos, and they said no, not until they update every single biome in the overworld and the other dimensions. Which means the deep dark dimensions, which I really hope is a time portal, more on that later, will not be added to Minecraft anytime soon, if at all. Recently, in my latest video, I had a comment that said that the Badlands would be updated in version 1.21, and even GameRant.com wanted a new Badlands update. Others in the comments said that a biome in general would be updated, not one specifically, so at this point, no one knows for sure what's gonna happen in this latest update. I feel like it would be pretty easy for Mojang to update the birch forest since they already have artwork set aside ready to go for them to make that change in 1.21. But as I said in my last video, they're really aiming towards a more combat focused update. Perhaps they could update a biome that could still match the combat theme, maybe adding a new dungeon similar to the trials and chambers, or just old ruins showing more lore to Minecraft. But where would a broken down ruin even be found at? Well, maybe the jungle, since they already have the jungle temple, and this would reveal more civilization in that biome. For a long time now, I've hated the idea of an end update, and that's because of these people who are saying,
oh, let's update the end similar to the Better End mod. Or please let me hatch the Ender Dragon egg so I can tame my own dragon.
okay bro, please just get mods for that. It's just gonna ruin the vanilla style of Minecraft, and you can't just rip off the Better End mod just to turn it into an end update. However, I do understand now why people want an end update. The end is dull. Okay, cool, we've got end cities, great. We've got the elytra, we can make shulker boxes, that's cool, and good loot in general is found in the cities. There's also chorus plants, but let's be honest here, hardly anyone even uses those. And of course, we have the Ender Dragon himself inside the end. Actually, herself, because when you defeat the Ender Dragon, the dragon egg is dropped. So the dragon's actually a female, which means the whole time I thought the dragon was a man. And the dragon has been around since 1.0.0. Yeah, that long ago. So as you can tell, there's not much going on in the end, and it's almost as if Mojang wants the players to see the end as literally the end of the game.
Symbolized like the end of the game. There was like a thread you could follow from start to the end, literally, with a boss fight, and then actually defeat or win the game.
Finally, Minecraft had an end goal.
The YouTuber Waddles also made a speculation on how the end update could happen this year. In short, he was wondering why Mojang uploaded a video about the end dimension in a documentary-styled way. And the end is the most boring dimension in the game, so why would they even do that? Sounds like a waste of time to me. Now, this is a crazy theory, but Waddles also said that maybe this was just a hint for an end update. As much as I wish that was true, it probably isn't. Since Mojang technically is adding more content to every single biome thanks to the wolf variants, it's possible that Mojang won't update a single biome specifically this year in version 1.21. Let's look at the facts of previous, current, and future features. They delivered a new nether so well, giving us new structures, new mobs, and new biomes, and honestly, it's my favorite update of all time. Heck, before the nether update, there was also the aquatic update, which expanded the oceans so much better. The second biggest update had to be the caves and cliffs, and honestly, it could be the biggest out of all of the updates. Mojang gave us a brand new world generation to both the caves and the mountains, and they desperately needed it. With this, they also introduced powdered snow and 2 new biomes in the caves, giving us the lush caves and the deep dark. Not only that, but we also got mobs, structures, and items to put the cherry on top. This was absolutely incredible, and the crazy thing is, they had to put all this content in 2 different parts. It was just that stacked in content. But with the most recent updates, 1.19 and 1.20, they've been lacking features. I'm not saying these features from the last 2 updates are bad. I'm thankful for what Mojang has cooked up, but there is a pretty bad shortage compared to the Nether update and the Caves and Cliffs. And what really gets me upset is when they prioritize new content instead of updating old content that should have been updated a long time ago. For crying out loud, they added a brand new surface overworld biome called the Cherry Grove, and yet the poor old end dimension still has dry content. Camels did give us a new flavor in the desert. No, not dessert, because we still only have cookies, cakes, and pie. But I think the desert still is far from done, and there's lots of content that could be added in the biome. But out of all the biomes and all the dimensions, I think the Badlands, the End, and the Savannah need updated most. I'm curious, which biome do you think needs to be updated most? Tell me in the comments. Now, no, not at all am I hating on trial chambers, but all they did was add new content to Under the Surface, which I think we have enough of thanks to the Caves update. You should note that trial chambers can be found under any biome, so it's not a specific biome that is required to find these new chambers, which is great. It's cool. In fact, it makes the chambers easier to find, and especially if you have a map to show you the exact location, bro, it's even easier now. But say these chambers were only found under the desert, the Savannah, and the Badlands. It would feel more polished lore-wise, and it would give a uniqueness to these 3 biomes. Everyone would know that the only way to find these trial chambers is under these 3 biomes. The copper is orange, and so is the Badlands, if that helps match the 2. But honestly, what biome could Mojang add in 1.21, if any biome? On the safe side, we could say that Mojang is not updating any of the biomes, even though there is still some time left before 1.21 is to be dropped in the summer. While I couldn't find any confirmed details on a biome update, it does make sense why Mojang would keep their mouth shut, because if there really is a biome update, especially at the end, they don't want to promise something that they can't deliver, especially if there's bugs or issues and they decide to scrap the whole thing. There's been multiple times when Mojang has broken promises about new content that would be added, and it would just be a big bummer for us players. Within the last 3 months though, Mojang has been uploading videos about different biomes, both in documentary form and in an ambience video. The documentary videos are detailed information about each biome in a more goofy story-like way, and the ambience videos are a 1-hour long animated film with soft music playing in the background. The scenes of these animations are a specific biome designated to show the life in that biome. Other than this, Mojang hasn't uploaded a single video about an update to a biome. Okay, the Deep Dark Dimension. This is my creativity going crazy, but hear me out. Since the Deep Dark holds an ancient city, keyword ancient, meaning old, sometimes forgotten, what if this new dimension that us as the player ignite or open would give us access to a time portal that would send us all the way back to version 1.1.0, bringing us back to the old villages and the old graphics, and maybe, just maybe, we could find the ancient cities underground with living villagers. Better yet, living players. These players would actually be NPCs, but you could interact with them to learn new things. Learn what exactly? Maybe new enchantments. Or finally, the ancient language that we've been trying to discover this whole time after you defeat the Ender Dragon, revealing to us the secrets of the forces that have been watching us this whole time. Now, enough of the dreaming. Do you think that a biome update could happen in 1.21? Or is it too good to be true? Let me know down in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe for more Minecraft content like this.